Hi, my name is Dr. Myava Clark, and I help mothers of children with learning differences to build a stronger bond with their children and keep them safe online. So, Happy New Year to you. Happy 2025. I am so grateful to see what this year is going to bring. And one of the new things that this year is bringing is me coming before you live. I am here to share some of my personal stories and journeys with you, just my motherhood journey, and to see how I can provide value to someone who may be dealing with some of the issues and circumstances that I have encountered. I believe that God gives purpose for pain, and He gives us these experiences in life, not for us to hold on to ourselves, but for us to share with one another that could possibly uplift someone else or to bring someone else out that may be having a difficult time or going through a difficult season. And so that's what I'm here to do, share some of my stories and experiences. And if it resonates with you, continue to listen. And if it doesn't, then take care, because I just want to pour and add value to you and not take away. So I'm going to share a story with you that's going back many, many years. And that is the story of my husband and I, when we first got married, we decided to start a family and we became pregnant. Well, we were excited to be pregnant, but unfortunately, we lost that baby. We had a miscarriage, and it was quite devastating. It was very difficult and challenging navigating that space. But I am a believer that everything happens for a reason. We don't always know what the reason is. We don't um, always see it at face value. But I believe if you dig deep, if you ask questions, if you pray, then God will reveal things to you. And sometimes He just reveals it on a need to know basis. But I'm a firm believer that there is a positive in every negative situation. You just have to be willing to look for the positive. Otherwise, the negative will consume you. We always have negative things around us. So my belief is even if it's just 10% positive, 90% negative, 10% positive, if you focus on that 10% will grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, it you see that before the negative. Um, so it's not that the negative necessarily goes away. Your attention being on the positive makes you see the positive more than the negative. So, what could possibly be a positive in having a miscarriage when you're looking forward to this baby coming? Well, I prayed and I asked God, was there a lesson to get from this? Is there something that can help me because this is so painful that I don't want to experience this again if I don't need to. And this was my first pregnancy, so I wasn't sure if I would be able to ever have any kids. Um, so in this moment of me praying and asking God for revelation, I heard God say that I had ineffective communication with my husband. What I heard him say was, even though we talked, if I felt like he wasn't listening to me, I would tune him out and vice versa. I heard God say that I had unrealistic expectations from my in-laws. He said, "My Ava, they love you, but they can only love you how they love you. They're not your parents, and they can't love you like your parents." And when he said these things to me, I took them as a gift because we will be married almost we'll be married 29 years in 4 months. And perhaps if I didn't learn these lessons early on, I wouldn't be married today because perhaps my expectations would have caused me um, to be bitter or to be upset or angry, and maybe I wouldn't be here. Or the communication wouldn't have gotten better, and maybe we wouldn't be married anymore. I don't know. But in that moment, I began to say, I looked at the positive and I looked at that as a gift. And then somewhere along the line in that thought process, I began to thank God for that because I realized that a miscarriage is a spontaneous abortion. It meant that something was wrong with the baby. The baby wasn't, something wasn't viable about the pregnancy. And I'm a respiratory therapist. And at the time, I was working at CHOP in the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit. That was my primary home. So I took care of these babies that were really, 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 really sick. And I watched babies suffer. I watched babies pass away. Saw so much. And as I was navigating the space, I began to say, Lord, thank you. Thank you for not letting me be further along in my pregnancy. Thank you that I didn't have a stillborn baby. Thank you that I didn't have to watch my baby suffer like some of the babies I see suffer at CHOP. And I took the once seemingly daunting, devastating, traumatic experience that I was going through, and I looked at it as a gift. I chose to see the positive, and that very unfortunate situation taught me that there's a positive in every negative situation. You just have to be willing to look for it. So my heart goes out to parents who experienced loss like I did, who experienced a miscarriage, who may have been one of the people or the couples that their child was further along, or they had to deliver the baby and bury the baby, or they had a stillborn baby. It's so many different things that will break your heart in this situation. If that's you, if you've experienced loss like that, I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that there's hope, um, and that I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you what the positives are for you, but I just ask you to look deep and to see what they are and to search for it, no matter how deep you have to go. Um, it can be tough. Um, Even when you have a relationship with God, and when I say God, for me, it's Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. Um, when you have a relationship with God, you still have trouble, you still have challenges, and life's not easy. But having that relationship, when you go through those things, it makes things that are not easy easier. I'm grateful that in spite of the fact that this was my reality and my experience, I'm grateful that I had a husband to navigate that space with. I'm grateful that I had family support who loved me through it. I'm grateful that I felt God cradling me and loving me even in my pain and in my struggle. Um, yeah, I just felt it necessary to share that because where there's life, there's hope. As long as you're living, you can hope for a better tomorrow. And just know there is life on the other side. I went through that. I experienced the pain of that, but I'm on the other side. If you're in real time going through this pain right now, let people in. Let someone love you through it. Don't suffer by yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Reach out, seek someone, seek therapy if you need to. Um, don't let anyone tell you how to heal. Just move forward in trying to heal. And if you can't do that on your own, reach out for support. If you don't have anybody in your immediate circle that can help you, reach out to me. I don't want you to do life alone. I don't want you to go through the pain alone. And if there's anything I can do to assist you in this space, by all means, reach out. So, on a positive note, this is 2025. It's a year for new beginnings. Be the best you can be. Do something great this year. Make it happen because I know that's my intention and I'm going to do it. Come with me. Don't let me go by myself. Let's do this thing. Welcome 2025 with a bang. Bye until the next time. Have a good night and I'll see you later.